Greg Ehrenberg here from OddsShopper. We're talking about the best baseball bets over at BetMGM. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got free bets going out basically every single day here for a variety of sports on the channel. And I'm going to start with today's slate, going with Joe Ryan over 6.5 strikeouts. This is plus money at 115. Even though if you look at our current projections we have over at Awesemo.com, we have over 6.5 strikeouts hitting 60% of the time. So this bet would be fair if it was like minus 110 on both sides, but it isn't. We're getting the over 6.5 strikeouts at plus money here at plus 115. And Joe Ryan, he's been one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. Taken out that he's a rookie, I mean, just really of every pitcher in baseball, he's been one of the most successful, especially in the American League. This is a guy who's not only in the Rookie of the Year conversation, he's in the Cy Young conversation at this point as well. 1.17 ERA, 2.68 expected ERA. He's generating a ton of strikeouts, 30.1% K rate. Then you also consider a really positive matchup for him against the Baltimore Orioles. And this seems like a really strong bet to consider. His last few starts, 9 strikeouts for him against the Tigers, 5 against the Royals, 7 against the Red Sox. So he has hit the over in 2 of his last 3 games. And once again, we're getting plus money on the over 6.5 strikeouts for Joe Ryan in an easy matchup against the Orioles. If you're signing up at BetMGM for the first time, there is good news for you because they're just giving away free money. And if you like free money, this offer is for you. Bet $10 on any NBA game tonight. And as long as either team hits a 3 in that game, you're getting $200 in your pocket. And that's a lock to happen. There's been at least one 3-pointer hit in every single NBA game this year. $10, you get $200 for free. Take advantage of the offer. You could use the link in the description box below or sign up using the promo code OddsShopper. Now, talking about the other side of the game, I mentioned I like the over on strikeouts for Joe Ryan. There's also some Minnesota Twins bats that I like in this spot. The reason is that Bruce Zimmerman is on the mound for the Orioles, and I understand if you're looking at his numbers this year, he's an 0.93 ERA, he's a 3.66 expected ERA. But look at his numbers from last year. He had a 5.04 ERA, a 6.39 expected ERA. Bruce Zimmerman's really been a long-term minor league pitcher. He's 27 years old. He didn't really make it into the big leagues until he was in his mid to late 20s. And the reason is because he was never a heralded prospect. So I don't think there's that much reason to expect him to continue this success this year. Zips hasn't projected for a 5.2 ERA the rest of the way. So I'm looking at some regression for him pretty heavy. And that's why there's a bunch of hitters that look really good in our player props to as likely home run hitters for the Minnesota Twins. And some guys, Carlos Correa is looking like a good bet to homer, Max Kepler, Byron Buxton, but the one that stands out the most to me, it is the aforementioned Carlos Correa, who could be found at plus 700 to hit a homer over on BetMGM. He's only at 1 homer so far this year, but there's a long track record of Carlos Correa being a good hitter. We have him with a 17% chance to hit a homer tonight. That gives this bet an expected ROI of nearly 40%. So you can load up on Twins bets here and take a bunch of shots on home run props, but the one I like the most is Carlos Correa at plus 700. Of all of the young pitchers to watch in baseball, Michael Kopech is one of my favorite. He is outstanding stuff. And even last year when he was a reliever, now moving to a starter role, there's always a chance that some of the stuff kind of diminishes as pitchers get stretched out. This hasn't been the case with Kopech, who has a 95.8 average fastball velocity this year, 1.42 ERA, 2.76 expected ERA. He's generating strikeouts at a 24.7% clip. So good strikeout stuff, good matchup from also against the Chicago Cubs. The strikeout prop at 5.5, we have this hitting the over 75% of the time. So even though the number is juiced, it still seems more than justified considering that we have this with a 75% likelihood to hit. I'm going to be backing Michael Kopech in this spot. And then one other thing that does benefit him, this is a game being played at Wrigley Field and the wind is blowing in pretty strong, looking at 15 to 20 mile per hour winds blowing in from center field. That should aid the pitchers in this spot, should help the length we get out of Michael Kopech. Give me the over for his strikeout prop. So to recap, 3 of my favorite bets that are available at BetMGM for this slate, it is Joe Ryan over 6.5 strikeouts, Carlos Correa plus 700 at a home run, and then Michael Kopech over 5.5 strikeouts. 3 props that I think are all really strong options to get some value from. Another really good way to get value, free money, which you get signing up at BetMGM, either using our promo code OddsShopper or using the link in the description box below. Bet $10 on any NBA game tonight, and you're going to get $200 for free. It is a no-brainer bet. All that needs to happen is either team did a 3-pointer. It's a lock. Take advantage of this offer.